Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Happy Planmas. Today I have a super fun collab video. It is time for the 25 days of planner tips. This is my second year participating in this amazingly fun collab put together by the Paper and Pen Girl. So if you haven't already checked her out, definitely go ahead and do so. If you are coming over here from Knit Plan Jess, who had the video yesterday, thank you so much. I hope you stick around. If you missed her video, definitely check it out. I will also have the full list of collab videos down in the description below, so you can check that out. This year's topic is so amazing and so helpful. It is from planned to done, taking it off the planner page and into your real life. I absolutely love this because I know we all love pretty stickers and washi and pens and markers and handwriting and lettering and all of those things. But planning is supposed to be functional. It is supposed to be helping you live your best life, about getting your things done. And even though I love stickers and decorations and all of those things, I always say functional first. It has to serve its purpose. There have already been so many amazing tips shared throughout this collab, so definitely check out the full list of videos if you need some good inspiration. But for today, what I'm gonna talk about is grouping like tasks, which I find so helpful for actually accomplishing things and accomplishing things efficiently, which also helps me accomplish more. One of the things that I always say while I'm working through my planning system, and the way my planning system works, is my brain, I start with the big picture. I've got a goals planner. I use Maxi Life. There's lots of other great goals planners out there as well. I use that, and that creates the overall theme for my year. I break it down for the month. I break it down for the week. But how do I actually get those things done? Because Maxi Life is a goal setting planner where you set according to life areas, and that's come to be how I think about my goal setting and my dreams and things like that. I'm thinking in those different life areas, but that's not how I actually accomplish things. I'm not like, okay, I'm gonna have a personal day. I'm gonna have a spiritual and personal growth day. I'm gonna have a work day. No, we're working on all of the things all of the time throughout the days. We have different focuses, different things pulling us in different directions. So I'm gonna take all of the things that I've strategized out, all of the things that I want to accomplish, plus all of those tasks that have to get done to make life function smoothly, like emptying the dishwasher and getting the kids ready for school and all of the things like that. And I am going to group them into like buckets, meaning where are they accomplished, how are they accomplished? Not the why, not who they're for. That doesn't matter for how I'm getting it done. You can take something as simple as being in the kitchen, okay? So these are the things that I need to do today in the kitchen. Maybe we're having a slow cooker meal, so I need to get that set up. I need to get the kids' lunches packed for school. Also, we've got a dishwasher full of dishes that need to be unloaded. Well, I'm gonna try and take care of all of those things all at the same time. That way, later on when I'm in the flow of something else, when I'm working at the computer or at my desk or having family time, I'm not all of a sudden like, oh, I never unloaded the dishwasher. I should probably take care of that before I go to bed. And then either having to interrupt what I'm doing to do that, or just not doing it at all, in which case it's not done. Now that kitchen example is a really super simple example, but it actually really does save me a lot of time kind of grouping things like that, but it also applies to other things. So one thing that I like to do either first thing in the morning or like last thing at night is an email triage. And I'll do this actually for my personal email, for my social media emails, and also for my business emails all at the same time. I'll just like go through, and I've got a flagging system, and I'll just run through those, spend like 15 minutes running through all of those at the same time. That way I know what I need to be focused on the next day. I know what's urgent, etc. But I'm gonna run through all of those emails at the same time, rather than splitting them by this is social media time, this is personal time, and this is business time. Now, I do have a freelance business, which means I have a lot of flexibility in my schedule. I get to decide when I am working on projects. In terms of what I do though, like most of my work for my freelance business is sitting at a computer. So I like to bucket computer tasks all together. So I might be working on personal computer things and then follow that immediately up with business things, or the other way around. It just helps me. Then I can just have like a chunk of time in the day that it's computer time. And then when I'm done, I can just walk away. If you work in a corporate type environment, that may not work for you, but you can still section off within your job stuff or within your personal stuff, still section off like tasks in order to help you accomplish them. I'm gonna flip you tabletop view, and I'm gonna walk you through a few of my planner spreads from this year to show you what this looks like from a functional perspective, how I put it on the page, and then how it goes to my regular life. All right, I have a few different planners here that we can walk through together. Now, when I start my weekly planning routine, when I start to think about the week, I actually do start in my Maxi Life. I specifically use the quarterly companion notebooks, and I'll use that to break down my monthly goals into a given weekly actions. So here were my February goals, and then we get to weekly actions from there. But this is all segmented according to the Maxi Life areas. Tends to be how I start start thinking about things, but then after I map out what I want to do for the week, I need to translate that into the how it's going to get done. And that is where my other planner comes in. I use a mix of different planners. My favorites this year have been the Erin Condren Hourly Planner and the Daily Duo. Some weeks I really just prefer a weekly planner, and some weeks I just prefer a daily planner. Just kind of depends what I have going on. This right here was actually a specific spread that I did earlier this year for a collaboration with Zebra Pen, where I was illustrating how to time block and partition your to-do list in your planner to get more things done. So this to-do list is specifically set up to highlight my theme here, which is grouping like tasks. This is something that I really do feel helps me accomplish things. So I divided up my to-do list here into 3 buckets, which were out of the house, at my desk, and around the house. So I have all my different tasks for the week set up in these 3 categories in this instance. I don't always do that in my to-do list, but this is how I think about things when I schedule them into my specific day. So the color coding makes it pretty easy to see here. Anytime I had to leave the house, it's in this purple color, and then if I was at my desk, it's in the blue, and if it is around the house, it's in the teal, except for the very section at the bottom here, which was more just decorative of whatever my husband and I did that night. So for example, this was over the summer, so I had camp drop off and then picking the kids up from camp every day. And those were the 2 main periods of time where I had to like leave the house. So I tried to book other things where I would have to leave the house right around those times. That way I wasn't making multiple trips out per day or even per week. So on Tuesday, I went to a spin class, and then on Thursday, I did errands basically all morning straddled around a yoga class, and starting with dropping the kids off at camp. So that works really well because then I have the whole afternoon to accomplish other things. Or like, for example, on Monday, I get this really long period of time where I work, and then typically I'll go right into planner time from that, and I'll just be at my desk. And then in the afternoon, I'm ready to not like stare at papers or computers anymore. So I'll book in time to do different cleaning tasks around the house. Another thing is I always prep the kids' lunches while I'm making dinner. That is really helpful. And likewise, I'll unload the dishwasher at that time. Just little groupings of tasks like that really help me accomplish more during my day and throughout my day without it adding huge amounts of time to my day. And I actually feel like when I do this well, I feel like I free up so much additional time in my day that it's almost like I'm creating time. I call this my planner magic trick. And when it is working, it works so well. So on the daily side, and I have 2 examples here, and these ones were just spreads that I was doing for regular planning. I wasn't specifically trying to illustrate that point while I was making that spread, but I just have a long to-do list here, and it is not in any particular order. It's got some work things up at the top, other random admin tasks, dishes, getting ready for a school holiday party where I was the class parent, so just like all kinds of random stuff. But on Mondays, I typically have a work task that needs to be done before I actually get the kids ready for school. So I go ahead and I did that, and then I went directly into my morning routine. And during my morning routine, which is usually like getting the kids' lunchboxes ready for school, getting them finish their breakfast, all of that kind of stuff. But at that time, we were having a slow cooker dinner that night. So I also went ahead and set the slow cooker while I was doing that. And I also had to finish up the lunch prep, which I guess I hadn't gotten finished with on Sunday during dinner. Getting all of those little things taken care of while I'm getting the kids ready for school. That way, once they're gone, and particularly on a Monday, which is my busiest work day, I can get right down and have a good chunk of time for work, which I then did there through lunch. And then in the afternoon, after doing all of my work tasks, I usually like to do something a little bit less thinking heavy, something where I can like listen to a podcast or watch a YouTube video at the same time. So I got all the supplies ready for the class party, and then I just worked on some editing until it was time to get the kids. That way I still am accomplishing things, but it's a lighter task. So on this day, I did go back to the computer in the afternoon. A lot of times I'll also do things like laundry or tidying up at that point in the afternoon as well. So likewise, here is another day in my planner. Again, this is also a Monday. Monday just tends to be my busiest day in general. A list of to-dos here. A lot of this is all actually computer-based to-dos, some stuff for PTA, some stuff that was just like general admin follow-ups, content and work stuff. So I kind of just did all of that in the morning, and then I had a dentist appointment in the afternoon. So I
scheduled my errands around my dentist appointment. That way I was out of the house for one block of time. I don't map out my whole morning routine or evening routine anymore, but again, anytime I'm in the kitchen, you know, prepping some kind of food or making dinner, I'm always trying to stack in other kitchen tasks at that point. But again, that is kind of a basic breakdown, and if you want to see the full plan with me of how this works functionally throughout the day and throughout the week, that video is actually on Zebra Pen's YouTube page, so you can check that out. I can also leave that linked down in the description below. Functionally, that is how this works in my planners.
Well, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video so much. If you are new here coming from a different video in the collab, thanks so much for watching. I hope you stick around and subscribe if you haven't already. It's still Planmas, so I have a few more videos left for this month. I have had a new video up every day from December 1st, and I will through December 25th. So you can check that out. I also have a Planmas playlist linked down in the description below. Tomorrow, Living with Lacey will have a video up for this collab, so you can check her video out. I have her channel as well as all of the other collab participants in the description of this video. And again, thank you so much to the Paper and Pen Girl for putting this amazing collab together. Such a fun topic this year. Absolutely love taking it from planned to done because that is the best feeling. Thanks so much for watching. You can check me out on Instagram and TikTok at MyCraftyPlans, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye!